You plagued me like the moon. I knew you were bound by old laws of suffering and obscurity. I am fearful of the cripple's wisdom. A pair of crutches, a grotesque limp, can ruin a stroll which I begin in a new suit, clean-shaven, whistling. I envied you the certainty that you would amount to nothing. I coveted the magic of torn clothes. I was jealous of the terrors I constructed for you, but could not tremble before myself. I was never drunk enough, never poor enough, never rich enough. All this hurts, perhaps it hurts enough. It makes me want to cry out for comfort. It makes me stretch my hands out horizontally. Yes, I long to be president of the new republic. I love to hear the armed teenagers chant my name outside the hospital gates. Long live the revolution. Let me be president for my last 30 days. Where are you walking tonight, dear friend? Did you give up meat? Are you disarmed and empty, an instrument of grace? Can you stop talking? Has loneliness led you into ecstasy? I dare to hope that you will produce the pearl and justify these poor secreted irritations. This letter is written in the old language, and it has caused me no little discomfort to recall the obsolete usages. I've had to stretch my mind back into areas bordered with barbed wire, from which I spent a lifetime removing myself. However, I do not regret the effort. Our love will never die, that I can promise you, I who launched this letter like a kite among the winds of your desire. We were born together, and in our kisses we confessed our longing to be born again. We lay in each other's arms, each of us the other's teacher. We sought the peculiar tone of each peculiar night. We tried to clear away the static, suffering under the hint that the static was part of the tone. I was your adventure and you were my adventure. I was your journey and you were my journey, and Edith was our holy star. This letter rises out of our love like the sparks between dueling swords, like the shower of needles from flapping cymbals, like the bright seeds of sweat sliding through the center of our tight embrace, like the white feathers hung in the air by razored Bushido cocks, like the shriek between two approaching puddles of mercury, like the atmosphere of secrets which twin children exude. I was your mystery and you were my mystery, and we rejoiced to learn that mystery was our home. Our love cannot die. Out of history I come to tell you this. Like two mammoths, tusk-locked in earnest sport at the edge of the advancing age of ice, we preserve each other. Our queer love keeps the line of our manhood hard and clean, so that we bring nobody but our own self to our separate marriage beds, and our women finally know us. Mary Vould, that's the name of the nurse, has finally admitted my left hand into the creases of her uniform. She watched me compose the above paragraph, so I let it run on rather excessively. Women love excess in a man because it separates him from his fellows and makes him lonely. All that women know of the male world has been revealed to them by lonely, excessive refugees from it. Raging fairies they cannot resist because of their highly specialized intelligence. Keep writing, she hisses. Mary has turned her back to me. Her balloons are shrieking like whistles, signaling the end of every labor. Mary pretends to inspect a large rug some patient wove, thus shielding our precious play. Slow as a snail, I push my hand, palm down, up the tight, rough stocking on the back of her thigh. The linen of her skirt is crisp and cool against my knuckles and nails. The stocking thigh is warm, curved, a little damp, like a loaf of fresh white bread. Higher, she hisses. I am in no hurry. Old friend, I am in no hurry. I feel I shall be doing this throughout eternity. Her buttocks contract impatiently, like two boxing gloves touching before the match. My hand pauses to ride the quiver on the thigh. Hurry, she hisses. Yes, I can tell by the tension in the stocking that I am approaching the peninsula which is hitched to the garter device. I will travel the whole peninsula, hot skin on either side, then I will leap off the nipple-shaped garter device. The threads of the stocking tighten. I bunch my fingers together so as not to make premature contact. Mary is jiggling, endangering the journey. My forefinger scouts out the garter device. It is warm. The little metal loop, the rubber button, warm right through. Please, she hisses. Like angels on the head of a pin, my fingers dance on the rubber button. Which way shall I leap? Toward the outside thigh, hard, warm as the shell of a beached tropical turtle? Or toward the swampy mess in the middle? Or fasten like a bat on the huge, soft, overhanging boulder of her right buttock? It is very humid up her white starched skirt. It is like one of those airplane hangars wherein clouds form and it actually rains indoors. Mary is bouncing her bum like a piggy bank which is withholding a gold coin. The inundations are about to begin. I choose the middle. Yes. Delicious soup stews my hand. Vicious geysers shower my wrist. Magnetic rain tests my vulva. She jiggles for position, then drops over my fist like a gorilla net. I had been snaking through her wet hair, compressing it between my fingers like cotton candy. Now I am surrounded by artesian exuberance, nippy frills, numberless bulby brains, pumping constellations of mucus hearts. Moist Morse messages move up my arm, master my intellectual head, more, massage dormant portions of dark brain, elect happy new kings for the exhausted pretenders of the mind. I am a seal inventing undulations in a vast electric aquacade. I am wires of tungsten burning in the seas of bulb. I am creature of Mary cave. I am froth of Mary wave. Bums of Nurse Mary applaud greedily as she maneuvers to plow herself on the edge of my arm bone, rows of rectum sliding up and down like the dream of Bannister fiend. Slish, slosh, slish, slosh. Are we not happy? Loud as we are, no one hears us. But this is a tiny miracle in the midst of all this bounty. So are the rainbow crowns hovering over every skull, but tiny miracles. Mary looks at me over her shoulder, greeting me with rolled-up eyes, white as eggshells, and an open goldfish mouth, a mazed smile. In the gold sunshine of occupational therapy, everyone believes he is a stinking genius, offering baskets, ceramic ashtrays, thong-sewn wallets on the radiant altars of their perfect health. Old friend, you may kneel as you read this, for now I come to the sweet burden of my argument. I did not know what I had to tell you, but now I know. I did not know what I wanted to proclaim, but now I am sure. I did not know what I wanted to proclaim. All my speeches were prefaced to this. all my exercises but a clearing of my throat. I confess I tortured you only to draw your attention to this. I confess I betrayed you only to tap your shoulder. In our kisses, this ancient darling I meant to whisper. God is alive. Magic is afoot. God is alive. Magic is afoot. God is afoot. Magic is alive. Alive is afoot. Magic never died. God never sickened. Many poor men lied. Many sick men lied. Magic never weakened. Magic never hid. Magic always ruled. God is afoot. God never died. God was ruler, though his funeral lengthened. Though his mourners thickened, magic never fled. Though his shrouds were hoisted, the naked God did live. Though his words were twisted, the naked magic thrived. Though his death was published round and round the world, the heart did not believe. Many hurt men wondered, many struck men bled. Magic never faltered, magic always led. Many stones were rolled, but God would not lie down. Many wild men lied, many fat men listened. Though they offered stones, magic still was fed. Though they locked their coffers, God was always served. Magic is afoot, God rules. Alive is afoot, alive is in command. Many weak men hungered, many strong men thrived. Though they boasted solitude, God was at their side. Nor the dreamer in his cell, nor the captain on the hill. Magic is alive. Though his death was pardoned round and round the world, the heart would not believe. Though laws were carved in marble, they could not shelter men. Though altars built in parliaments, they could not order men. Police arrested magic, and magic went with them, for magic loves the hungry. But magic would not tarry. It moves from arm to arm. It would not stay with them. Magic is afoot. It cannot come to harm. It rests in an empty palm. It spawns in an empty mind. But magic is no instrument. Magic is the end. Many men drove magic, but magic stayed behind. Many strong men lied. They only passed through magic and out the other side. Many weak men lied. They came to God in secret, and though they left him nourished, they would not tell who healed. Though mountains danced before them, they said that God was dead. Though his shrouds were hoisted, the naked God did live. This I mean to whisper to my mind. This I mean to laugh with in my mind. This I mean my mind to serve, till service is but magic moving through the world, and mind itself is magic, coursing through the flesh, and flesh itself is magic, dancing on a clock, and time itself the magic length of God. Old friend, aren't you happy? You and Edith alone know how long I've waited for this instruction. Damn you, Mary Voulne spits at me. What? Your hand's gone limp.